Hey, eyelashes. I've got three cards here, and before I even started shuffling, I kept getting pulled towards someone who's recently received an offer. If that's you, this reading is definitely yours. But everyone else, stick around because something might click. The cards have been sitting here all morning like they're waiting for the right moment. So let's see what they want to say. There's something really purposeful about this card. The Two of Wands. I'm seeing someone standing with their back to us, looking out over this vast landscape, holding a globe in one hand. And there's this sense of potential, like they're surveying their kingdom, you know? But not in an arrogant way, more like they're finally seeing how far their reach could extend. I'm getting a really strong message for someone who's been playing it safe for way too long. You've been comfortable, maybe even successful, but there's this restless energy building. Like you're outgrowing your current situation and you know it. The figure on this card isn't just daydreaming, they're planning. They're holding the whole world in their palm, literally, and they're asking themselves, where to next? There's a robin here. I'm seeing a robin's red breast. Robins are about new cycles, fresh starts, but also about being brave enough to sing your own song even when the territory feels unfamiliar. For whoever received that offer recently, this card is saying don't just look at what's being handed to you. Look at what it could lead to. This isn't about the immediate yes or no. It's about recognizing that you're standing at a crossroads where your decisions have real weight. You've built something solid enough to stand on, and now you get to choose which direction your influence spreads. The wands in this sutta are about creative fire, about vision becoming action. You're not just dreaming anymore, you're strategizing. Now hold on. The Four of Cups is showing up right after all that expansive Two of Wands energy, and honestly, this feels like a reality check. Here we have this figure sitting under a tree, arms crossed, looking completely unimpressed by the three cups in front of them. And there is a fourth cup being offered by this mysterious hand from a cloud, and they're not even looking at it. This is fascinating timing. We just talked about someone surveying their kingdom, holding the world in their hands, and now we're getting this energy of dissatisfaction, boredom, like nothing feels quite right. I'm hearing the word maybe really strongly with this card. Maybe this, maybe that. You know that feeling when you have options but none of them spark joy? When people keep suggesting things and you just feel this flat meh in your chest? Here's what's interesting though. That fourth cup floating in from the cloud? That's not coming from the same place as the other three. The other cups are earthbound, predictable. But this fourth one is arriving from somewhere unexpected. And the figure isn't seeing it because they're so focused on what's disappointed them, about what's already in front of them. I'm getting pine trees, the smell of pine, like being in a forest where everything is quiet and still. For some of you, this is about needing that stillness. Not every moment has to be about expansion and strategy. Sometimes you need to sit with the disappointment. Let it settle before you can see what's actually being offered. But for others, especially whoever was feeling that restless energy from the first card, this is a warning. Don't get so caught up in analyzing your current options that you miss the one that's coming from left field. The robin from earlier, it's still singing, but you might not hear it if you're too busy sulking under your tree. That mysterious fourth cup isn't going to wait forever for you to notice it. Well, the cards are not messing around today, are they? The Tower, and after that journey, we just took from expansion to contemplation. This feels like the universe is saying, okay, enough planning, enough sitting under trees, time for some real change. Look at this imagery. lightning striking the crown right off this tower, people falling, everything that seemed permanent just crumbling. But here's what I love about this card showing up now, it's not random destruction. This is precise. That lightning is hitting exactly where it needs to hit. Remember that restless energy from the Two of Wands? That sense of outgrowing your situation? And then the Four of Cups, where you were maybe feeling stuck, unimpressed with your options, possibly missing that mysterious fourth cup. The Tower is saying those weren't separate experiences, they were preparation. I'm getting the number 7 really strongly here. 7 as in lucky 7, but also 7 as in spiritual completion. Things falling into their right place even when it doesn't look like it. For someone out there, 7 days, 7 weeks, maybe even 7 months. There's a timeline here that's been building toward this moment. You know what's fascinating? That figure who was sitting under the tree, arms crossed, dismissing those cups. The tower just made the decision for them. Sometimes we get so paralyzed by choice, so comfortable in our dissatisfaction, that life has to step in and clear the table entirely. But here's the thing about tower moments. They don't destroy your foundation, they destroy what was built on shaky ground. All that surveying from the first card, all that strategic thinking, that wasn't wasted. The core of what you've been building, the real vision you've been holding, that survives this. I keep seeing feathers falling, not debris. Like what's being released was actually weighing you down, even if it felt like security. The robin from earlier? It's still here, but now it's flying free instead of just singing from a branch. For whoever got that offer we talked about, this might be the universe's way of making sure you don't overthink it. Sometimes the tower has to fall before we realize we were already planning our escape route. The lightning isn't punishment, it's illumination. It's showing you exactly what needed to go so you can finally see what was always meant to stay. What a journey that was, eyelashes, from holding the world in your hands to sitting under that tree, and then, well, the lightning had other plans, didn't it? The thing to carry with you from all of this is that sometimes we think we're stuck between boring options when really we're just in the pause before everything shifts into place. That restless energy you've been feeling, it knew something was coming. Your dissatisfaction with what's in front of you, it was making space for what's actually meant for you. The tower might feel dramatic, but remember, it's not destroying your vision, it's clearing the path to it. That robin is still singing, and now it's got room to fly. Let me know in the comments if that number 7 landed for you, or if you've been seeing robins lately. I always love hearing which signs hit home. And to whoever came here because of that offer you received, I really hope this reading gave you some clarity about what's actually unfolding for you. Look after yourselves, little eyelashes. Sometimes the best thing that can happen is having your carefully built walls come tumbling down.